Hello, hello, hello. I am live just out of the bathtub and on my phone. So I am waiting to see some comments come in. This is my post bathtub attire, but you all should be very happy that at least I'm out of the bathtub here talking to you rather than in the bathtub. Why are my StreamYard is messing up again? Mainly that's because I'm in here. But I think I have the comments on. I do. So yes, post bathtub here for Beebs. I thought we'd do some funny breaking news. Somebody tell me my StreamYard is working because it's being weird. Tell me I'm even in the live. On the top of StreamYard. I just think you all owe me a thank you for actually getting out of the bed. Look at this. Holy cow. All right. Yeah, I'm coming in post bath. What did I just do? It's all about being real, right? And I just think that you all owe me a thank you for getting out of the bath instead of going live in the bath. Because that's a big thing. I think it's a sexy look. The 1K look. This is my 1K look. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. After I made that post about 1K, it went back down to like 996, and I was like, great. I'm the girl who posted it prematurely, and now I've got to go back and hope that I get 1,000, because if I don't, I'm gonna look like a loser. But anyways, yeah, I thought we'd do some breaking news, Parker style here. Thanks, Irvin. Post shower here. It was at one point. Oh, thanks, MJ's life. It was at one point on my head, but now it's not so much. Irvin, you're the best. I thought we'd do some breaking news, guys, Parker style. So here we go. All right. Hey, what's breaking, voices? We got some funny stuff. This is the 1K look, guys. All right, Missing in Life. We'll see you a little bit. Hey, Dippity Doo. Here we go, guys. Parker style breaking news. All right, ready? A woman in Quilcene, Washington, dropped her cell phone this week into the hole of an outhouse in the national forest. Upon trying to retrieve it, she disassembled the toilet seat and used dog leashes to try and get the phone. She then tied herself off with the dog leashes. The effort, however, failed, and she fell in head first. After trying unsuccessfully for 10 to 15 minutes, she had no other choice but to call the rescue services to get her out. And with that, folks, she said it was the crappiest day of her life. Okay. All right. And on to other news. A man has attempted to steal a crossbow by putting it into his pants at a local store. In an attempt to steal it, store clerks failed to notice until something hit the trigger, causing it to go off in his pants. Talk about a hard day's work, folks. Oh my gosh. You get it? You get it? Yeah, that's funny stuff. All right. And last but not least up, the Penguin Post Office in Antarctica is desperate for workers. Yes, you've heard that correctly. It is called the Penguin Post Office in Antarctica. Staff members are required to live together where they will share one communal bathroom. However, the bathroom does not have running water, so it will need to be emptied daily. The temperature can get negative 23 degrees, but don't let this stop you. There is one job requirement: you must be able to count penguins. The reason being, there are several thousands of penguins that come there daily, and this is God's honest truth. They like to protect them, so you must be able to count the penguins. There is also no running water for showers or drinks or anything. So best of luck to you. And if they are desperate for workers at the Antarctica Penguin Post Office. So should you want an application, go ahead and shoot me a notice, and I will work on getting you that application. As long as you can count, it seems like you're good to go at the post office in Antarctica. So anyways, there was another story I saw that a man who was extremely high was a police came to arrest him. When they got to him, they asked him for his identification, at which point he gave them his Legoland license. You heard that correctly. He gave them his Legoland license. That is a man that is going places in this world, folks. And I wish I could say that I was making it up, but I can't. Like, as I read through these news stories, I become perplexed. MJ's life, there you go. If you get pulled over, boom, Legoland license. Officer. I don't have a photo ID per se, but I do have a Legoland license. Like, there's a lot of craziness and a lot of tragedy on the internet. And just when I think society can't fail me anymore, and that I can't take the tragedy of this world, come on to the internet. This is amazing, where I am reminded that there are people stupid enough in this world to keep us going, to keep us laughing. How do you dial 911 and say, officer, I need you immediately because I fell into the toilet? I'm sure the Legoland costs more than the real one. I'm sure. I don't understand. Like, she tied herself off with dog leashes to get to her phone. And I mean, I get it. Like, our phones have a lot of really good stuff. But do you know what it would take to disassemble the toilet seat in an outhouse in a forest in Washington? MJ's life. Yep, she did. It's oh my God. I just realized that because it said she was reunited with her phone. But when she was reunited with her phone, it really was the crappiest day of her life. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. Oh my gosh. And the man that stole and how did she think the dog leashes would get the phone before I can't even, she was face first, y'all. It said she was face first. Can you imagine being face first and all of a sudden you're just like, this isn't going to end well. Like, I'm done. And you're just going in and just to fall that far down. And then the panic of not being able to get yourself out. Like, I can't, the handle of the leash would happen to scoop. I don't know what she thought or how, to go far enough where you tie yourself off with a dog leash is insane. And then the guy with the crossbow, hey, Rebellious Rose, he stuck his crossbow in his pants, in his sweatpants. A crossbow. If you haven't seen a crossbow, look it up. It's just a bow, but bigger. And he stuck him in his sweatpants. She was yes. I know. She I just sometimes I don't think people can get look at my hair stupider than YouTube, and then the world says to me, brace yourself, and totally redeems itself with the stupidity. I just let's talk about stupid, shall we? How about the stupid that it took the criminal and his girlfriend and the spray paint job that's on my community post. Yeah, MJ's life. I wanted to start this with a little bit of a laugh. The community post, the spray paint job that they attempted to do. Oh, Rebellious Rose, I'm giving everybody an update about where we are with the Vicky White and Casey White. I put together a timeline, so I wanted to just briefly go over that, but I had to do Parker style breaking news. So I think we need to keep it light sometimes too, because it's so heavy, but sometimes I just marvel, like how do people do this? Like, I mean, I guess I could see the phone, but the crossbow thing, like what do you do when you're like, "Hey honey, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go ahead and stick the crossbow in my pants." Like I don't get it. Yeah, the spray paint attempt, like for somebody that's calculated, hey ladybug, and supposed to be smart, I got to tell you, it's concerning. It's concerning. When I saw that spray paint job, I was like, get out of here right now. Like that can't even be a possibility. Is that okay, SoCal, I know. Is that a crossbow? Or are you just happy to see me? I mean, at least it wasn't jeans he tried to stick him in, right? We could say at least it was a crossbow that he stuck his pants in. Or he stuck the crossbow in. Like I just like, and where did he put the arrows? I don't even want to know. Do I want to know? I don't even think I want to know. Like that's I just can only imagine. I'm sorry. Yeah. So they tried to spray paint a car, y'all. Spray paint a car. But I think they realized one can wasn't going to cover it. Check out my community post if you haven't seen the spray paint shop. So I think they figured one can, they underestimated the amount of spray paint they were going to need to actually do an entire vehicle. So they, yeah, be sure to hit the thingy, the like. So they like were like, oh, I'm out, and then that was it. Like you deserve to get caught. How have you escaped now for a week with that spray paint job? Just and the best route these people thought to take was to use this ugly puke green spray paint. Oh, ladybug. Go look at my community post if you can quick at the spray paint job these people tried to do on this car to like you know, escape. Yes, please, Rebellious. Right, but they spray paint. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. My uncle spray painted his truck camouflage that he takes. Hey, Mystic, but I just but he's not a criminal on the run. I don't. And the rumor is, y'all, that she actually bought a crappy car and it broke down. I don't know if that's true, but that is the newest rumor. So let's see. She brought a crappy car and tried to spray paint it. I know MJ's life. I know. But what they didn't factor in was that the car had already had dents from an accident on the left side in the front. Spray paint ain't gonna fix that. So I would just like to know thanks Mystic, what they thought the spray paint was gonna do to cover the giant dent in the front. Oh, so did I, Rebellious. It was green paint, guys. It was green paint. Thanks, Mystic. It was green paint. Robin, they did find that. That was in the parking lot where they picked up the orange slash greenish slash I underestimated the amount of spray paint I need, but spray paint wouldn't have covered the giant dent that completely made it so that everyone would know what vehicle it is. And I just hey Charlie, but these people have been on the run now for a week. For a week. No one knows where they are. Or what they got into. Well, I hope it's textured spray paint, MJ, because I have MJ's life, because I have to have some sort of hope that these people aren't stupid enough to do that. Apparently, Rebellious, they wanted people to mistake it for a Christmas tree, but didn't factor. And it was, yes, unpopular opinion. I think it was like a glitter type. But because of the dent and everything, the owner, thank you, Ladybug, came forward and was like pretty distraught because he recognized, yeah, that's my car. Like, yeah, I sold that to this woman a few days ago. Y'all, she's not that smart. As I'm reading this and I'm talking to Amber, I'm going, she turned in her retirement paperwork the day before the escape. I don't know about y'all, but typically retirement paperwork takes a little more than a day to, or maybe it was like 2 days or something, but it was like really, but they've escaped. What's scary is that they've escaped law enforcement for an entire week. So it makes me nervous for the law enforcement because, exactly, Charlie, exactly. They said had she actually done it appropriately and done it the proper way, she'd still be entitled to it. But no, let's go over this. So these have to be the world's dumbest criminals that have successfully escaped. I've determined that that's the case because, yeah. So let's go over Mr. Casey's timeline here to just factor in what a loser he really is. Okay, because he's pretty horrible person. So one thing, oh, I just can't even. So I'm sorry. All I can picture now is these two driving along the road with this spray painted glitter, half orange, half green car with no tags on it. Like, there's no way. Yeah, so media Amber and MJ's life are right. So media is putting people into a panic because they think the car was found today. So everybody's freaking out where Amber lives because she lives close. Like, what are we gonna do? Blah blah blah. And it was actually found like a week ago, right? So it's crazy. You need to start a stupid career. I am going to, Mystic. I am going to, because there's some really stupid criminals. I wanted to stop by and say I'm glad you're back to your research on cases. Thanks, Kristen. Yes, it's been fun. Tonight I'm doing it a little bit like fun way, but Don't you think he's going to get? I do, Charlie. So let's go over Mr. Casey's record here. I appreciate you reaching out, Kristen. I'm going to get in touch with you guys. But, oh, great. That's going to be spun. So Casey's record. So there was some things. So, Robin, I do find that worrisome. I do agree. I think that is a little bit worrisome. I would want to know that an escaped convict and his chick were like found near my area. The car was. It does. I understand their reasoning, but I do think it's a little bit alarming. One breaking news that they saw, y'all, was that this case is pretty huge now. Like Brian Enton's on it and everything. One thing they are doing is in 2008, Casey's girlfriend at the time, Casey is the boy, Vicky's the girl, but Casey's girlfriend at the time took her own life with a sawed-off shotgun. Her family never thought that was the case because Casey was in the home at the time this happened, but they determined it to be self-inflicted. Well, as of yesterday or today, in fact, they have decided to reopen that case. So that's 2008. In December this is wild. December. So this is important timeline, guys. December 2015, Casey was 32, shows up to ex-girlfriend's home, gun in each hand. Basically, he goes on a crime spree for the entire month of December, like shooting, robberies everywhere. He's been in and out of jail for domestic violence. Basically, his whole, I know, Charlie. Upbringing. 2015. Now he was in jail at that time, but in 2015, his brother vanishes in thin air, never been found. All right. I mean, he went on such a crime spree. Like he attacked a truck driver who had to barricade himself. So finally he gets caught in December of 2015. High-speed chase caught in a mobile park, which in itself kind of seems funny to end up that way. Goes to jail. However, so his brother then disappears somewhere in that span. 2016, he's indicted for the crime, but it takes 3 years for his trial to begin. February 14th, 2019, his trial starts. 4 days later, he's convicted guilty. Exactly, Rebellious. So now it gets interesting, right? So April 16th, 2019, he was brought to Williams Correctional. April 29th, he was convicted to 75 years. He is then taken to, that's not yet, May 30th, 2019, but they're in love. Casey files for an appeal a month after he's convicted and sentenced. June 19th, 2019, obviously, his appeal is rejected. June 2020, Casey's appeal is rejected officially. He writes a letter confessing, I know, Alex, confessing to the murder of Connie Ridgway, 58, who was stabbed to death in her home on an invasion on October 23rd, 2015. Now, I got to go back and I want to investigate into his brother's disappearance a little bit more as well. But Connie White, who is Casey's mom, claims he didn't kill Ridgway. She says that he told her he did it just to go back to Lauderdale lockup, which is the county jail, right? Gosh. Casey, right afterwards, because he didn't get what he wants, was transferred to Lauderdale he was transferred to Lauderdale after confessing that for 3 months, where he first met Vicky, June 2020. That was when that's interesting, isn't it? So he meets Vicky after he meets Vicky for the first time there, after he has confessed to the murder, which his mom said he did not do, but he said that to get to Lauderdale. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. It said, whether this is true or not, everything I've read so far says Vicky's primary duty was actually inmate transportation. I haven't been able to look into that enough to verify if that's true or not. However, by November 4th, 2020, Casey was transferred to Donaldson, which is the maximum security prison, after they discovered a shank, and he tells them he's trying to escape. You know, I'm going to go out on a whim here. I don't think Casey's the mastermind behind this. I'm going to guess the spray paint was Casey's idea. Because I'm just not thinking that that Casey's idea was the spray was he's not the mastermind. So then basically, from what I read, he was in the state. Yep, he was in the state prison for a really long time, but he kept getting himself back and forth to Lauderdale. So there was something I'd have Amber, if you remember that, can you tell me? But I do know that he was transferred back to Lauderdale, and so the reason he kept going back to Lauderdale back and forth was because that's where he would have to meet his attorneys. Well, in February, so at one point after this, when he was transferred back to Lauderdale to meet with attorneys, he ended up getting COVID. And so he was there for like 3 months due to COVID recovery. So this whole time, that's when the inmates are saying like he was getting extra privileges, he was getting extra food, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the state prison was a maximum security prison as well, because Lauderdale said that they could not care for him. They didn't have, well, I can't imagine why they said that. I mean, look at now. So then in February, because the trial was supposed to start April. Exactly, Rebellious. The trial is supposed to start in April. However, it was then moved to June. So back in February, he got transferred back to Lauderdale because him and his saggy boobs, Rebellious. Okay. Because his lawyers have something on a hard drive that can't go through maximum security. So in order to meet with his lawyers with what's on their laptop, it has to be done at Lauderdale. So because his trial was supposed to take place in April, he was sent there in February and was kept there. MJ's life. Then it gets pushed back to June. And then Mr. Old Casey realizes that if he's convicted, there's a chance for the death penalty. So this whole time, him and his little chick flick there, Vicky, are planning all of this. A week before she sells her house, moves in with her mother. Her mother is devastated right now, by the way, because her mother had no idea of any of this. She said that Vicky had a pen pal, but she didn't know who it was. And then I believe it was a day or two before, Vicky just comes in randomly. And so not only does she sell her house, she then buys the orange, which the orange / now is a really crappy color green car, which ended up being kind of like a crap car. And then comes in and says she's retiring in like a day or two. And everyone is like, okay. And then they escape. They escape, but try to paint the car in their escape. When they find the car, they find no tags with the car. There is no way. Where they found the car, they said was 2 hours away or something. There is absolutely zero way those people drove 2 hours. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know if Tennessee's lenient with that or what, but 2 hours without any tags whatsoever. So you're meaning to tell me that so either they have the tags and they're using them on a different vehicle. Wonder if he slowly manipulated her and do things. It's possible, Rebellious Rose. You know, from what the Mrs. Rose Depp, I think she emailed me afterward right away because obviously it's very close to her, and she said when she met him with her friend way years ago that he was very, very, very like manipulative. There was very much an evil presence about him with his just the way he looked, his eyes and stuff. So a trooper would have stopped them. Yeah, with no plates. So my guess is they took the plates to use them. But what I'm a little bit, hey, Luis, sorry, I didn't. So she was clearly, obviously, I would say she's the one that's in love. What were they escaping from? Oh, Ladybug, a prison in Tennessee. No, a prison in Alabama. But their car was found in Tennessee a week ago. The thing that has caught me up a little bit is so the orange car was in a parking lot of a store, and that's where they dumped the police car. So I guess I'm confused of how did the orange car get there? Somebody has to know something. Unless they Ubered. But we don't know of anybody yet coming forward. But I can't believe in a whole week no one has seen them or anything. Like, I don't feel like Casey might be the mastermind before, given what we know about Vicky. So I've seen a lot of people on the Facebook and on, did I just call it the Facebook? On the Facebook. I'm like, that's sounding like my grandma. You guys on that Facebook? The Facebook. Nearby where she left the orange car. Oh, okay. Case discussion. Thank you. That makes more sense. She stayed in a hotel near where she. But Case, how'd she get to the police to police barracks? It's somebody must have. I do think somebody else is involved. But people are calling her Tricky Vicky now. So if I hear that, I've seen that several places. And given that somebody she works with did say that it was she is very calculated and smart. I just don't think Casey's the mastermind behind it. I just don't. But I believe he might have manipulated her. Maybe I'm surprised. I think that she's probably head over heels in love with him in order to basically give up your entire life. I mean, she had her cruiser. Okay, I didn't know that case discussion. I wasn't sure if they were allowed to take the patrol. Okay. Amber lives real close to there. So she said there's farmland, an elementary school, a couple little gas stations, and a library. So where they left the car a week ago. She did. And that's important too to remember, is that she withdrew $90,000 because of the house from several different banks. Also, I did see that Brian Entin put that he spoke with a coworker of hers, and she was like meticulous. I don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, it's a word. I've heard it before. I think it's right. I think I used it right here. Yeah. Okay. So about saving money. So they envision she probably has a lot more money than just the $90K saved up. Because if she sold her house, y'all, for $90K and she took $90K out of the bank, that means her house was paid off. Did she case discussion? She had went and bought him some clothes from a local department store. The Edge was towed in the same day they went missing. You live in West Tennessee. Okay. Also, too, at some point, I know Brian Entin and News Nation were going to do a whole hour-long thing. Yeah, she had no kids. So I mean, I kind of get that if she's insecure and she meets this man, she's widowed, she falls head over heels. I'm sure he told her all the stuff that she wanted to hear, and it's just one thing's love. Yeah, Brian Enton on the case, which is also which tells me it's a pretty big deal because he's like all hands on deck there. I did see that Dog the Bounty Hunter um has been asked what he would do in the situation. I'm not necessarily sure that he's the best man for the job right now, given his Brian Laundrie investigative detective work. But anyways, yeah, case discussion. I heard that. Oh my God, MJ's life. Is there a big and tall store around? Oh my God. A lot of people have been saying the wheelchair theory is that's crazy case discussion. That the wheelchair theory seems to be the theory that makes the most sense right now. Wait, was she a correctional officer? Um, so from what I gathered, it was the assistant. Amber knows this. The assistant director of. She was pretty high up. I think she was a correctional officer. Um, a correctional officer. However, her main job, from my understanding, was transportation. Because they even showed pictures of what it would look like for a 6'9" man to be with a really short woman. Like she's pretty short. She's like 5. She's pretty short. Right, right. And not only just 6 foot tall, 6'9", but like 300 pounds or something like that. It's just the insanity of it. And I just, every time I turn around, I just go back to the spray paint and I think, okay, case discussion. So she was the assistant director of the jail. She was responsible. That's why they said that for prisoners to get to jail and back safely. That could be why no one questioned her in regards to taking them by herself for a mental health evaluation. Which was weird because when he went to Lauderdale before, he had his mental health evaluation there. So it's weird that she said she was taking him to court. I mean, obviously, this was very well thought out, of very well planned. There are several places my Tennessee people have. Oh my God, I swear, MJ's life. If he's still wearing those flip flops and those socks, then he deserves the death penalty. Because, yeah, like the flip flops, the socks, and the spray paint. Like, who dressed you, dude? Like, I'm glad she thought enough to go get him clothes. Because, yeah, Ladybug. The crazy thing is that I was reading then the New York case closer to where I live, and it was the same situation where the woman fell in love with these two guys. She actually got out of prison due to COVID, and she is just on like house probation or something. Said she took people Judge S last minute to see. Yeah, yeah, case discussion. I don't rebellious. I'll have to look that up. Oh, is the socks with sandals a big thing in the South? Okay, that's it's stylish. Is the spray painting of the vehicle as well? Like who breaks? I'm sorry. Like they walk out of prison when they're walking out of prison. The video, it's just kind of like she just walks on ahead and holds the door for him, and he comes out like shackled all up with his socks and flip flops, and probably got his socks at Dollar Tree. Wow. I'll have to look up the general population. Not where I'm at, Alex. But now I can't unsee the socks and flip flops, so everyone's going to be around looking for socks and flip flops. I do feel bad, guys. He had admitted to a murder. Yeah, yep, we knew that part. I feel bad for. I worry about, because obviously there's all these web sleuths out there right now, and people, because of freaking out because they think the car was just found today, so they're like panicked. And I hope no one gets really dumb, because he is very dangerous, I believe. Um, whether, I don't know. I know there's lots of woods and stuff. I don't know with her limp. Oh my gosh, with her limp, how far they'll make it in the woods. So if everybody would just be on the lookout for socks and sandals and a limp, you're good to go. Socks and sandals and a limp, and there's your people. But I mean, if that car was found a week ago, y'all, they could be, if they're on a beach somewhere in like Cancun drinking margaritas, and I haven't even done that before in my life, I'm going to be really mad. That's the thing. That's Alex. That's the thing, Robin. He ain't going back to jail because he knows he's going to get the death penalty. You didn't see them on their Target trip, Amber? Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. Did you look for a limp? Or was she faking the limp? We have to remember, she's like almost 60, so she went and bought him clothes and went to, oh, case discussion. You're kidding me. Sweet baby Jesus. She went to an adult store before she did this. Lot of nice images. I'm sorry, y'all. No, they weren't spotted that we know of, just Samantha. I'm trying to digest the adult store and his topless shirt picture. And oh, is it her arm? Okay, thanks, just Samantha. Thanks, just Samantha. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm laughing right now, but you guys, some of this stuff in this case you can't help but laugh at. I mean, it does get stranger. Like, who says, all right, I've got my retirement submitted, I've got my orange car, I've got him closed, adult store, then I get him out of prison. Oh, sorry, MJ's life. I'm sorry. I don't know where they could be. All right, theories, guys. Think they went north or south? Or, like, what are your thoughts? Because I have no idea where they could be. I guess whose idea was the adult store? Probably his, because I don't think he's. Appalachian Trail is a perfect. Is it? Okay. Now, just Samantha, y'all, isn't that where they at one point thought Brian Laundrie was? We know he's not, but I think I think it's that I've never been to Tennessee, like, other than driven through it to know, and the Appalachian Trail, to know, like, how big it is and how much you could hide in there. You're kidding me, just Samantha. See, these are why I love these open dialogue true crimes. They thought BL was, but he was in Florida. I know, right? Wow. I just think somebody knows something and somebody's going to talk. I don't buy it. Okay. And they obviously did it now, I would assume, because his trial was coming up next month. The trail is there. Okay. Well, I might just get myself on the Appalachian Trail, and is that even how you say it? And see if I can find myself some flip-flops and socks. That's the thing, Amber. There's no footage of anything. The last footage that they've seen is basically what we've seen, other than the night before she stayed at the Quality Inn. That's true, Rebellious Rose. We forget how much money they're working with. Gosh, 90 grand. 90 grand, and you're giving up your whole life for flip-flop sock guy. I know. I've done a lot of true crime lately. Well, not a lot, but I hope y'all are enjoying it. I know it's not like as entertaining as some of the drama, but I don't know. It's nice to just get back to different topics again. Didn't find her body. Was Whoa. Wow. Like this Casey guy, y'all, when he got in a high speed chase with the police, he drove them into a mobile home park. Like, usually if you're on a high speed chase, you try to stay on a highway. And our money is worth so much. You know what? I was reading that rebellious, like in Mexico, you can basically live for very, very little. I know, right? Case discussion, like if you're going to ruin your entire life, but actually, in all seriousness, I worry about her a lot. Um, oh yeah, we're gonna finish some McDonald case probably Monday. I've got to go get the crime scene photo. Like I've got to go over the crime scene photos and everything. Um, I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like in these cases, just like the one in New York, it was like the woman was infatuated with them more than the other way around. And really, just Samantha. So if that's the case, I'm afraid he's just gonna get rid of her if she slows him down. I think he's clearly impulsive. It will be wild to see if it comes out that he actually did murder his girlfriend in 2008. That's true MJ's life. I've heard yeah. Yep, I do too, Robin. Hey, Jen Sharp. Thanks so much. Yeah, I think she's more like that one guy said she's calculated and smart, and they're now referring to her as Tricky Vicky. Again, I think that she's kind of the one that knew the ins and outs of how to plan this. That's what I think MJ's life. I appreciate your support, Jen Sharp. I think that he used her for money to get him out because clearly the last time he did it, he tried to do it with a makeshift shank and then admitted it what he was doing. So, maybe. Well, the brother is missing since 2000. Oh, was it 17? Okay. Yeah, just vanished, never to be heard from again. The Connie Ridgway thing is interesting because his mom claims he didn't do it, that he told her it was just to get back to that jail. Thanks, case discussion. So I know MJ's life. Apparently her parents have pleaded uh pleaded that it wasn't a suicide, like there was no, because they always question like where was he during this whole thing. He was in the house and yet he didn't. It didn't make sense. Yeah, that's highly possible, Robin. So we're like, Amber and I are kind of obsessed with this case, so we're like really digging into the ins and outs. And because she's basically from there, maybe Amber's hiding them. Maybe Amber's hiding them. It's Amber's hiding the flip flop sock guy. But yeah, it is very sad. The whole situation is sad because he's obviously he has no like off switch. He doesn't care. Sounds like he'll hurt anybody in his way. Because he did. Where did he grow up? I think in Alabama, right where it was. He said that I'm going him. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Just Samantha. It said that even like when he went on his crime rampage and basically the girl escaped. Oh, thank you, Jen Sharp. Escaping. I really appreciate that, Jen. Escaping his big like when he was on that crime spree. Shay, Shay, I thought you came in here to tell me a flip flopper. That's funny. Thanks, thumb thug. So that was funny. He like tried to get into this woman's car and she wouldn't let him, so he just like pulled up and just boom, 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 shot. Luckily, it only hit her in the arm, but he shot multiple times at her, I guess. So he has no. I can't find out if he has a drug history because I haven't been able to find that either. Seriously, if you guys find out information, email me for sure. But also keep like the Mrs. Rose Depp because her friend was married to him at one point. Sounds like he's been with several, but like there's got to be a fear for people right now. Sheriff Department posts to my neighbor page. Wow, I am glad. Roll Tide, roll. No, boomer sooner. I am glad that the U.S. Marshals are involved. The press conference was a little terrifying to think that they might be all they have. Oh, well, that would make sense, Rebellious Rose. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting some Brian Laundrie vibes as far as like the sheriff's department and stuff. Yeah, Amber, if you could just stay inside for the next week or so, that would be good. I just think they're long gone. Well, you know what? Maybe not. We thought that about Brian Laundrie, y'all, and he was hanging out. Well, he wasn't really hanging out. Oh, I had so many jokes running through my head. County over from where the car. Yes, please be careful. That's true, Rebellious Rose. It's very scary. I'm thinking that they're probably not coming north, but somebody said they probably wouldn't do Mexico because they some like extradite or something. I still have a lot of questions about. Oh yeah, MJ's life. How long were they gone before anyone realized? I think they realized. It said 3:00, and so 2 or 3 o'clock, and they actually had left 9:30 or something like that. So they had 6 hours. I'm wondering if she tried to spray paint the car beforehand. So whether or not that's been confirmed yet, maybe Case Discussion knows if in fact the car broke down or if they just ditched it. Because according to the sheriff, he believes it broke down. But I do know that her mom is very distraught. And so they're hoping that that she at least left a note for her mom or something. But I got to be honest, I don't think she cared that much, because if she was even willing to do this, I don't think she was thinking of her mom really. Yeah, like I understand they said on the news it was, but okay. They left the doors. Looks the took. Oh, now I thought the sheriff said that they found things left of hers left behind, but then I read a couple articles that said there was nothing in the car. I guess as a citizen of that area, I would be more concerned that they were in my area and I wasn't told about it. Depends on what ties someone has with. Okay. And in fairness, like I don't know a lot about the biker gangs, but the one that Rebellious that you're talking about is pretty, like they stick together, I think. Okay, there was nothing in the car. Okay. I still think they took the tags with them. There's a reason why there's no tags. Man, my mind is blown. You know what? What if they went to Antarctica and are now part of the Penguin Antarctica post office? It's a possibility. I would want to go to Mexico. Yeah. Wait till the honeymoon's over and they start fighting really bad out in the woods because they're stuck out there. Yeah, wait. They did after the spray paint incident, the adult store. I'm wavering on the ability to count thing as well. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Maybe they're in an outhouse. Maybe she's dog tied him with a leash to an outhouse. All right, Ladybug. Hey, sea turtle. Yeah, it's a crazy case. Like at first you're just like, oh, okay, it's whatever. But then when you so also on Hulu, Pumpkin Pie from earlier said that the story of the Dan Namora, which is where up near where I live, Escape, which is similar to this one, is this weekend is like premiering on Hulu, which is a very cool one. Oh my goodness, Amber! At first, I scrolled it and I thought you were saying your husband was in a motorcycle gang, and I was gonna be like, okay, so maybe Amber does have flip flop sock guy. Yeah, I think so too. Case discussion. The panic's gonna set in. Yep, exactly. Rebellious. When they realize what did we just do? Maybe not him as much because he's used to it, but I think eventually she will go, like, what did I do? And that's when I worry that if she's slowing him down, that's when he'll hurt her. Well, I can take a club, Amber. When they will, yep, you're right. You're right. It's bizarre to me I couldn't in my head be a woman that I would think could fall in love with somebody that was in prison for those reasons. But I guess I don't also, you didn't, I guess you can't say what you would do. But I mean, she has to obviously know why he's there and know that he is dangerous. I mean, they have a lot of weapons with them, though. Rebellious people are just Samantha was looking into that, and some people are looking into it. So far, we have not seen anywhere that is like that says he's a drug user, but still looking into that. What if she found out she is that's possible too, Amber. Right, I know. Case discussion. We had a murder spree here in 2017. The scariest thing ever. These people were walking up. Yeah, exactly. MJ's life thing can go crazy so quick. Oh yeah. Oh, Jackie for sure, especially widowed. You know, missing that companionship and whatnot. Um, the the thing that makes me worried too for her is because she has the money. She's withdrawn it, so really, he could kill her and carry on with the money. Oh yeah, he definitely. Well, she was obviously she's the brains behind it all because she knew the ins and outs. And let's face it, he's yeah, Robin. I think he could be a charmer too. There is, women get that bad boy thing. Billy Boyette and Mary Rice cops caught up to them, and he took himself out, and she was left to go to prison alone. Dude, I would be mad. Wow. No, he's not. Oh, Ladybug finally saw the car. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite the getaway vehicle, isn't it? The adult bookstore thing is kind of actually really funny. It's cracking me up right now. What's also interesting though, if he asked her to go there, maybe he wasn't that attracted to her. Like maybe he really was using her. It's all hard. Wow. MJ's life. At the end of the day, he could totally, he's 6'9". He could say she made him do it. He could totally throw her under the bus. That just hit me. Robin. Just threw up in my mouth. He could throw her under the bus because she did everything. He could say so he can't get rid of her yet. That just hit me. Like, wow. Yup. Case discussion. That's just what my head just finally dawned on me. Lady Hawk, I know. Maybe he is a lot smarter than we're thinking because he definitely could have manipulated her. And if he gets caught, he could say she made him do it. Whoa. And because she did everything to prepare for it. Oh, yeah, he's still not going to go back because he doesn't want to because he's already got a trial for this, but he would have nothing to lose. Wow. I don't know, Ladybug. The problem is it's not even so much as if who would believe it, it's the fact that they'd have to prove it wasn't true. Because he was, the last we've seen of them, he was handcuffed and shackled. So unless somebody else sees footage of him actually willingly probably doing things, he has an out. And my mind is blown. She didn't even, wow. Unless he's just really dumb and admits to the whole thing, which it sounds like he's already done that before. So all they have to do is plan a seated exactly case discussion. That's the thing. It's a thing. So that's basically it. I wanted to give you guys that breaking news of the the girl in the toilet and the penguin in Antarctica, the crossbow in the pants, and then catch you guys up on the timeline. Shay, you're killing me. Yeah, true, Lady Hawk. That is true. It's gonna get interesting, y'all. If you guys hear any updates that I don't post in a community post, definitely shoot me a email or something because there's a lot of ways that this can go. Oh, the girl in the toilet with the dog leashes, I don't know, or the penguin counters in Antarctica at the post office. But now I've got the spray paint job in my head and the shirtless picture in the adult bookstore. I can't unsee any of it. Now I'm picturing them working in Antarctica at a post office. MJ's life, you're right. Oh my gosh, you're right, MJ's life. All he has to say is he thought they were going to court for an evaluation. Man, she got snowballed. I swear, if he's with flip-flop socks in Antarctica, I'm dead. They're currently building an igloo. I can't. All right, y'all. Well, I know there's other lives going on. This was fun and serious and fun at the same time. I guess that's just how we're going to roll here. And I'm anxious to see it. Yeah, let's hope this plays out better than it seems like it might. And I swear, if Brian Laundrie's parents find him, I'm because apparently they're really good at finding people. Not to change this, but I watch your channel often, and in May is lupus. I absolutely will, Lady Hawk. May is lupus warriors. I will give them a shout out on my community post. I'm glad to know that. Thank you so much, Lady Hawk, and thank you for tuning in. And I will definitely give that a shout out. It's also mental health awareness too, and there's a lot of like, I'm kind of mental, so yeah, I'm loving the drama free. All right, rebellious. Hey, I'll catch you guys later. I think I'm gonna put a brush through my hair, maybe. Yeah. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.